All right, as promised, we have a 3-part whining tutorial series this week. The second one is whining on a Swiss ball. So I know not everybody has a Swiss ball, and so for your whining pleasure, I don't know, what you could do is do a wide leg, because what this is essentially opening up the hips for us. You just want all the attention. So open the legs as wide as you can, and when you turn the legs out, external rotation of the hips, it positions the femur on the acetabulum, that's the hip joint, in such a way that it opens up the hip joint, versus if you were to just sit down in parallel like that. You notice if you do a squat here versus here, you're able to drop lower, and that's because of the position of the head of the femur on the acetabulum. So what I was saying, all the motions that I'm doing, do a wide leg stance, turn the toes out, knees pointed out, and you can, if you want to, hold on somewhere for balance and repeat these same exercises, or copy me in this position here, because what it is a wide-legged whine that we're working on to further increase the range of motion on the hips, but we're staying glued to the ball. The benefit of having the ball is that you have something to sit down on, you can rest on the ball, versus if you're in that squat position, girl, is heavy on the quads, on the hamstrings, but very much on the quads. All right, so getting right into it, I want you to position yourself properly, as in feel on neutral, don't feel balanced. I know some people, I tell them get on a ball and they're like this, and I'm like, are you comfortable? Yeah, Chris, I am. Like, could you center your body some more? Like, sometimes the best thing to do is have what is known as mirror therapy. Put a mirror in front of you. Don't just look at the video with Chris. Have a mirror in front of you. Look at your body and be like, oh, shoot, but my hips are not. Let me push my hip over, push my shoulder so that I can be a bit more neutral. And then feel that position. Close your eyes. Marinate in that position and start to make it a part of you. Okay? Because those weird sit down sometimes becomes habit and become muscular imbalances, which develop into pain. Okay, so Swiss ball whining tutorial. So clearly you're not going to carry this to a carnival band or anything like that on the road and be whining on a Swiss ball. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing, but this is just to prep the hips for that. Okay, I think I made that abundantly clear in the beginning, but you know, some of you, I don't care, I don't judge. So we're gonna go from side to side, breathing in, good positive energy, breathing out, negative energy, breathing in, I can do this, breathing out, what in God's name am I doing? Breathe in, I am worthy, I am loved, I'm in charge. Breathe out all toxicity. All right. And if you need a moment to continue to do those breathing and grounding meditations or affirmations, you can go ahead and pause the video right now. So here's what we're going to start with. Side lunge, basically, and then another side lunge. And we're doing that 10 times to each other side, to each side. All right, so here we go. 1, always forcing the knee joints open and back, externally rotating from deep in the hip joint, and gently moving over. 2, pretending you're in between 2 walls. So that's 1 on both sides, my bad. Now this is 2, 2. Pull the belly button in, because it's also a great core workout. 3, 3, 4, 4. Nice and slow. 5, 5, 6. Good job. 6. I'm starting to feel these hips. 7. Whew. Stay in between those 2 walls. 7. And here is 8. And 8. Opposite side. 9. 9. Keep those hips open. 10. And 10. One thing I want you to be conscious of, which I just realized I was doing, you will tend to go 100% on one side. For me, it's my right side, and in my left side, I'm like, shortchanging myself. So if you want to repeat it and do that again, just keeping that in mind, go ahead and do that again. So now I'm going to turn myself facing this direction. Still opening the hips wide. I'm doing an anterior pelvic tilt, so I'm pushing the butt back. I know it looks kind of, but that's kind of what we're doing. That's kind of what we're doing. But we're doing it slow, all right? So you're rolling the hips back, right? Let's look at the knees in relation to the hips and pulling it forward. Look at the knees again, so they bend more, okay? So I call that one. Rolling them back, forward, 2. And you're leaning with the hips and not the abdomen. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now, just as we've done with all the other wines, we're going to add those 2 movements together. So we're going side, we're going to hit back, we're going to go side and forward. So let me face front for the first 10, going to my right. And we're just doing them in just generic, just hitting side, hitting back, hitting side and forward. All right, so opening the hips, my pelvis is neutral. All right, so here we go in 3, 2, 1. Side, back, side, forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna go to the opposite side. Same thing. So here we go. And the great thing about this is not only are we working on a range of motion, but those tiny groin muscles, we're working on strengthening them as well. Okay? So here we go. 3, 2, 1. And 1, push back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. And a thought just came to me. If while you're doing this, you feel the need to hold on to the wall or a chair or something, as long as you're maintaining your balance, go ahead and do what works, because the focus is not, it's less on, yes, you get some balance without holding on, but it's more so on hip range of motion and of course a little bit of strengthening in the hips. So you can hold on to something. It's just that it's more challenging when you don't hold on to anything. But again, absolute beginners, take heed. So now, we're moving into a full wine, a full organic sexy wine, and I want you to think about breathing in again, I am loved, I am worthy, I am in charge. Breathing out any sort of negative energy, any sort of self-doubt, any toxic behaviors, attitudes that you've got from external energies. We don't need that around here. All right, so here we go. We're doing 10 times to the right, well, my right, and then I'm going to turn around and we're doing 10 times to the left. All right, you get it. 3, 2, 1. And side, back, side, forward. Side, back, side, forward. And 2. Make sure you're breathing. 3, 4, 5. Move those hips right around. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, opposite side. Last time around. Here we go. Woo. 3, 2, and 1. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll that ball around. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And that was my whining on a Swiss ball, helping you to get those hips open, get those groin muscles strengthened, and loosen up so you can practice your whining in addition to the Swiss ball, yes, but also when you're standing up. And then, of course, whenever we do that reverse whine, which is coming up this Friday. See you soon.